Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi says that King Misuzulu is ill and it appears to be serious. Nobuhle Modise is standing by to give us more detail in terms of what more we know. Good afternoon, Nobuhle.
Good afternoon, Dudu. Yes, indeed. Today, a prayer is being held for Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi here in Ulundi, Nkonjeni, at the St. Mary's Anglican Church, where he is known to attend. And while he was, giving his thanks for the prayers that he received today, you must remember that this prayer is something that the KZN Church Leaders Group is something that they do, especially for leaders in the province, just to pray for a lot of the things that take place. You will remember that just this month we are, looking back at a year since those floods that devastated the KwaZulu-Natal province, and that was something also, to pray about. Also praying for the royal household, political killings, and a number of things. But when he was saying thank you, for being held in prayer in that way, he then revealed that King Misuzulu is not well, saying that he needs treatment. He didn't specify exactly what the issue is, but got into detail about the fact that he's currently in Swaziland and him going there was without his knowledge, also saying that somehow his safety has been compromised. But let's take a listen to what exactly he had to say.
Nobuhle, we're going to work on getting that bite, and we'll bring it to our viewers a little bit later on. We do apologize about that, but for now, thank you very much, Nobuhle Modise, for that detail as we work on getting that bite from Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Nobuhle Modise giving us news just in that Mangosuthu Buthelezi has made it known that the AmaZulu King Misuzulu is ill. It appears the situation is serious. Nobuhle Modise, I believe that you are still standing by for us as you have a guest that can give us more detail on this as well.
Yes, I am still standing by, Dudu. I do have Cardinal Wilfred Napier, who was the one that was leading the message today in terms of those prayers that were held for Umntana kaPhindangene, and I'm just going to bring him into the conversation just to speak to us about what today exactly was about. Thank you very much, Cardinal.
Yes,
can you just take us into the purpose of this prayer that you held today for Umntana kaPhindangene?
From time to time, the KwaZulu-Natal church leaders have seen it necessary to go and visit particular individuals or particular groups in order to support them with our prayers. I think in most cases it's a situation of out of friendship, out of common faith. It's not because we're taking political sides or anything like that, but that we're certainly wanting to support somebody who's given a lot of his life, all his life, for the service of his people.
All right, and at the top of the agenda, you spoke about political killings in the prayers. You spoke about a number of issues like health. You also prayed for the royal household as well as Umntana kaPhindangene's homestead. Just speak to us about why you had those specific prayers.
Well, I think the whole purpose of this year was we're seeing all these killings going on around the province. We've had these 4 disasters, if I may enumerate them. The one would be the lockdown, COVID, and then there was the looting, and then there was the flooding, and then there's the corruption. Those are the 4 major things that are affecting people's lives. And as church leaders, we believe that we have a role to play, and the best way to play that role is by bringing prayer and new reflection and maybe a new purpose into people's thinking.
And Cardinal, if you'll allow me, we did hear Umntana kaPhindangene just also speaking to the fact that King Misuzulu is not well and asking you to hold him in prayer as well. Your response to this?
Yeah, that's why I was very glad that he mentioned that, because leaders normally, we think leaders are very strong on their own, they've got their own support systems. But there's a very important support system is the spiritual one, and that's where the role that we have to play. So I was very glad that he mentioned that, because we do pray for our public leaders in a more generic form, but when somebody is ill or somebody needs support or prayers, it's very good to know that.
Thank you very much. That is Cardinal Wilfred Napier, who was the one that was leading the message of prayer today, and also him just, speaking to what Umtanagapindagangene just revealed today about the fact that King Misuzulu is not well at all, saying that he needs treatment. Didn't specify what exactly is the problem, but did also make mention of the fact that the negative reports around his life have also taken a toll on his health, also speaking to the fact that a recent shooting at the royal household has compromised his safety, and he has now had to go to Swaziland, and he went to Swaziland without the knowledge of Umntwana Kapindangene. He's also speaking to the fact that he's had to speak to the police commissioner himself to investigate the issues around the safety at the royal household, and that there's a very serious matter currently going on. So we will, bring you updates as the day progresses and exactly what is the problem and what he meant when he said that the king needs treatment. We're not sure what he meant by that, but he did also, like I said, make mention of the fact that the negative reports around his life have taken a toll on his health.
In fact, Nobuhle Modise, we do have that clip, and we can bring it to our viewers in terms of what he said exactly.
The king is not well. We need to pray very hard for him. But he's not well. He needs treatment. Just now, Your Eminence, I had to talk to the Minister of Police and ask him to intervene because there were some very unseemly things that in social media about the king's wife and about some young people that stay with him and a number of other things.
Nobuhle Modise, thank you very much for that update, and we'll allow you to continue to work that story for us and get us more detail.